Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Nico and I'm stoked to have you here. Okay guys, so there was a little incident, and by little I mean and I have some explaining to do, I guess. So unfortunately, pretty much the majority of this video is in really low quality. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but basically my entire memory card got wiped randomly. I freaked out. I worked really hard on this project. It turned out so beautiful. It looked so cool, and I was so excited about it that it just crushed me inside. Absolutely crushed me. I lost all of this footage. I can't film it or anything. So basically I ended up paying for this service that would recover my files and everything. They kept on guaranteeing that they would be in like good quality, still usable, everything like that. One, it wasn't. The service didn't even work. I paid almost $200 for this, and I was just like, huh. So anyway, I ended up figuring a few things out myself. I got a refund, thank the Lord. I absolutely love how this turned out. Again, you're gonna see definitely some good quality stuff here, but just the little kind of skipping over some stuff here. It just, not the chef's kiss, could be better. And I do have another project, similar kind of concept, similar vibe, to say the least, that I will be videotaping and completing and everything, and it will be in, I hope, I really hope, way better quality than this, but nonetheless, you can still see what's going on. It's still, like, the point is getting across. Ugh. Baby, I needed a cocktail or 10 after all of this happened. So at the very least, just stick around for the end of the video so that you can see the final product, because it is so worth it. All right, let's go. Okay guys, so I got this antique cart off of Buy and Sell or whatever. They're usually for about 200 bucks, which is crazy because I got it for $40. And I sanded it down just to prime it, just because it was a little bit scratched up and roughed up, and I really wanted to do something cool with it. So that's what you're seeing right here. So I bought a black chalk paint off of Amazon. It was only like $9 or something like that, and it was really rich and vibrant in color. I only needed to do one layer over this. I did actually find it a little bit difficult to work with, so I am dipping my brush into a little kind of cup of water, and it's just loosening it up a bit and making it easier to work with, but it didn't really affect how opaque it was or anything. So that was really nice. Really cool because this cart actually does have the kind of wings fold down, so you can have a larger table or you can have it folded down so it's a bit smaller. So as you can see here, they're folded down, and I'm just making sure to get all of the edges around it. It's nice and vibrant black, which is the overall goal that I wanted. It was a lot of nooks and crannies, so it took some patience, that's for sure. Especially this wheel here. This wheel was such a pain to paint. I had to consistently kind of let it dry and then roll the cart so I could get the underside of the wheel and into all those little nooks and crannies, but oh my gosh, doesn't that look so cool? As you can see here, I am just rolling the wheel and getting all of those little pieces. I am using I think just a dollar store brush, something along the lines of that. These were not expensive and it worked completely fine. I had no issues with it whatsoever. So I would definitely say use a synthetic brush for something like chalk paint. It has this really cool detailing of this handle as well, so that was another thing that I wanted to make sure that later on I would be accenting and pointing out more. Okay, so once I finished painting everything, I was gonna go ahead and take my Elmer's glue here. So this is what I decided to use after watching a few different videos on what I could do. I did kind of mix a little bit of water into it, and I'm just putting the glue down and placing it where I want to use the gold leaf that I'm gonna be putting on here. I was really excited after seeing a few Pinterest items of these cool pieces of furniture that had gold accenting on them. Gold leaf is very finicky to use. It is so light, it rips like nobody's business. So as I place it down here, I am just gonna take a dry brush and I'm kind of patting it into the glue in the areas. I worked my way to the other side or the other corner where I wanted it to eventually meet up in the middle, and then I'm just kind of adjoining them as I go along. I wanted it to be a little bit thicker in the center, so as I continue going along, I will just be spreading the glue out more and more and adding more of these gold leaf pieces. I did buy them off of Amazon as well. Again, not crazy expensive or anything. It was a pack of 100 and I think it was $9. That wasn't too bad whatsoever, and I'm just adding pieces in and playing around because I've never worked with this before, and like I said, it was really finicky. But just making sure that I patted everything down, and then I knew I could always go back later and add more to any places that I need them. It definitely got windy as soon as I started using the gold leaf. It had been completely hot earlier, so this was frustrating, so I just made sure to use something to hold them down as I was going. I did lose a few off the balcony into the wind, but it wasn't that big of a deal. So here's just a close-up of how it's looking. Ripping the pieces apart takes absolutely no effort. You just keep on shaping it and going and pressing it down. I actually did brush the excess away just to show you the difference. And here I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue going across and brushing it out ever so slightly, and I'm gonna add this as my little bit of detailing where I want a couple more pieces of this gold. It doesn't really matter if there's excess around it. I could have actually just wrapped an entire piece around here, but I didn't want to waste the rest of it. And then later on when I brush it away, all those excess pieces will go away and anything that is glued down will be what's left. Once I opened up the drawer, I realized that there was a bit more of this wood showing and I wanted to cover it. So I painted it, and then I'm starting to add the glue here. Just going across, again, not too hectic, but I wanted to add a little accent to these cool parts that I kind of missed almost before when I originally bought it. So I really wanted to point them out and make sure that you could see them. I do need to add a little knob to here. There is a hole for me to add a knob into, but I wanted it to be a gold one. So I was just kind of biding my time. Doesn't that look so cool? Okay, so it's the next day and this is all dried down. You don't have to wait that long, but I just kind of decided to. So I wanted to make sure that I was using a dry brush to just brush away any excess. This is a very messy project. I would absolutely recommend doing it outside where you don't really care. I would never ever use this type of medium inside, that's for sure. Now I'm taking a triple thick varathane and I am going over. I was a little bit scared that I would brush away any excess gold bits across the rest of the table, and I really wanted to keep it sort of centered. So I started doing the gold bits first instead of pushing them all the way, and then I kind of realized as I was going it wasn't too bad. I wasn't having too much issue. I had done a really good job of brushing away the excess, so I just sort of started going for it. Now, because the sides do fold down, I did purposefully fold them down and add a little bit of the gold into the side so that when they were down, there wasn't this awkward gap. So there is still gold going across the edge, as well as when you lift it back up again, you don't see that edge anymore, but nonetheless, it all flows really nicely no matter what state the wings are in. So I did cover the whole entire thing with the varathane. I wanted to make sure it was really well protected, as well as I did end up adding a little bit afterwards of the gold leaf to the center of the wheel. I just wanted very subtle highlights of it. I didn't want to overwhelm the entire piece. I wanted to keep the majority of the gold to the top table. And you can see that right here. And I've converted this old antique tea card into a kind of modern day bar card. Thank you guys so much for dealing with the quality of this video. I promise that in the future, I will only upload better quality things, but I appreciate you sticking through it nonetheless. If you haven't already, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to get notifications when I post videos on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And here is the finished product, guys.